谢。好的，谢谢，请场上的球员停止赛前练习，我们的比赛马上就要展开，谢谢。欢迎大家来到基隆市义域的体育馆，来参加的是 P.LEAGUE 2023-24季前热身赛。今天非常开心呢，第一天有2场的比赛，等下第2场的比赛马上就要开始，也要跟大家先报告，也要感谢所有的球迷呢。一路的相挺，在去年我们是在南台湾来进行热身赛，那今年呢，则是带着南部的阳光来到雨都基隆这边来举办季前的热身赛，也非常欢迎大家呢这3天可以多多的进场一起来看比赛。而且这次呢，主办单位之一的奥匈机直播钢铁人在球衣的部分，其实有花一些心思哦，把上赛季6个不同的主题结合在一起，所以大家呢也可以等一下来注意一下，同时帮球员们打气加油。好，今天呢，在比赛开始之前呢，还是要介绍一下这场比赛的与会贵宾，要为大家介绍的是。基隆市议会的议长，基隆市议会的议长童思维议长，欢迎。好，那我们接下来马上就要来迎接第2场的比赛了。这场赛事呢，将由主队高雄一级直播钢铁人来出战客队台北富邦勇士。现在要为大家介绍台北富邦勇士客队球员名单。Number 0， 背号0号赖廷恩。Number 3， 背号3号张宗宪。Number 8， 背号8号周桂宇。Number 10， 背号10号张文婷。Number 11， 背号11号洪凯杰。Number 13， 背号13号林梦雪。背号17号 Number 17， Mike Singletary 辛特利。Number 33， 背号33号蔡正月。接下来。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Welcome once again to the 2023-2024 P.LEAGUE preseason series here at Keelung, the Rainy Harbor, they call it, located in the northeast corner of the island of Taiwan. Game 2 is the host, the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers, against the 3-time defending champion of the Plus League, the Taipei Fubon Braves. The latter getting their player introductions, as the coaching staff has got a pretty sharp polo shirt in the dark blue showing off. A couple of the players who've been in G02, He's Lin Zijie and Winston Zhenwen, Taiwan Chen, not suited up for the game. We might see them in a couple of days. And now it's the Steelers player introductions, but real quick, let's talk about the Braves player transaction during the year. They signed former Formosa dreamer Jeff Woo-Yong-sun, a guard who played on the Chinese Taipei national team, and they drafted almost 200-centimeter tall Tai Zhengyue, who was a 3-on-3 player during the summertime. Cedric Fairfield, the Asian import, so to speak, signed with the team. We'll see him certainly in the East Asia Super League action that the Braves will participate in. They also have a new center in Stephen Zimmerman. And on the Steelers side,
number 11,
one of their new players introduced is right there.
Number 13,
center Bill Big B Williams, born out of London, England.
背号15号 Number 15， 钢铁大牛卢哲义。Number 77， 背号77号，野兽派防守人来疯射手张博维。
Zhang Buwei kind of felt like a free agent signing last year after having to sit out the first year of the Steelers, suspended for the year with a DUI.
And now the starting lineup of Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers. 进攻万花筒，高雄 Spracky O Number 0 0号铁米 Femi Alujovi.
Returning to the squad, number 0, Femi Olujobi, was with the squad even through last year's preseason. Last year, midway through the season, the Steelers had Jeremy Lin join the fray, but now Jalen 7, a new Taipei King, so Toyoe will resume starting point guard duties.
Number 20, 背号20号，强力回归，
George or Lin Ziwei in there as a big. And after last year, a Lion year, Anthony Bennett returned to the Steelers.
Number 28, 背号28号，钢铁银色子弹，摇起来，施晋尧。
One of the original members of the Taoyuan Pilots, but traded over for Zhou Yixiang along with Chen Guanquan. Two of those gentlemen introduced back to back.
助理教练韩一平、林冠军，助理体能教练陈胜全，防护员黄玉俊、包俊兴。
Only for effect that Chen Guanquan is not in the official starting lineup. On the Mandarin broadcast is Zuo Tongkai and Tai Jingjing taking care of things. And on the English side, right here, you're listening to myself, Ryan Chen, commentate through this game. 全位朋友们，你找到了官方的英文转播，看中文的讲评，刚刚就转到中文的转播连接。On the Steelers side, a lot of changes to their lineup. On the right side of the players out, that is a 9. And on the left side, 5 new locals and 1 new import, if you can count Anthony Bennett as a returner. Kind of funny, he and Julian Boyd, 1 year with a team and then 1 year away and then 1 year back. So the new look Steelers, of course, mentioned before, Jeremy Lin kind of jumped in the middle there and even made them a playoff contender, climbing out of the basement of the Plus League standings and end up dropping that last final showdown against the Dreamers. But they're changing things up. Early in the afternoon broadcast, we said Jamarcus was drafted by the Steelers, but now in the third year as a team, Kenny Gao electing to say goodbye, buy out his contract, and draft Daniel out of Jinshin University, not suited up for today. He's in casual wear, kind of under supervision, dealing with a day-to-day injury. The leading shot blocker from last year's collegiate season at the UBA level. They also drafted the new shortest player in the league, Liu Chenyan, at 172 centimeters. He's actually a southerner out of Nantou. When we talk about players who have ties to Geelong, well, according to my records, no Steeler born out of Geelong, and no one came out of Geelong Gongsang either. So the team has elected to host the preseason up here at the Rainy Harbor City. Of course, Femi Olujobi, we mentioned before, with the team all of last year. They brought back Gokul Natason out of the Bay Area. Select to have him back. And of course, Anthony Bennett was one of the leading three-point shooters for the Lioneers last season. So the Steelers are actually electing to go on the smaller side of things with their import players. As a whole, 204 centimeters, their average height, with 3 forwards and a center. Their locals as a whole are the third tallest, right behind the Pilots and a little bit behind the Braves. They're the tallest with their locals, 191.9 centimeters across their locals. The Steelers, 90.5s. Of course, the Steelers have gone through many different iterations of who's supposed to lead the squad. Year one, of course, was captain Liu Zhenlu along with Chen Youwei, who both made the Plus League All-First team. Last year, they were hoping Zhou Yishan could step up, but he ended up being injured. And when Jeremy joined on February 12th, that also kind of changed up who was the focal point. There sitting on the bench is the new wise old man for the Braves. It used to be, I think, Zheng Wenting, but now Jet Tang Dongxian kind of joining Beast and Winston as the guys who kind of left out. There's Chris Johnson, last year's finals MVP. I would say kind of edging out Lin Zijie. Johnson's not dressed for today's action. The Braves most recently in a public exhibition game, an exhibition weekend against the Ryukyu Golden Kings in Okinawa. Played the first game to a tie and then dropped that second game after playing the Golden Kings in the East Asia Super League Champions Week in March. So those teams hooking up. They will not meet each other in the East Asia Super League regular season, interestingly enough. Now, the word is the Plus League's season is supposed to be the same length of season, 40 regular season games. So it'll be kind of an interesting thing to monitor how much Coach Roger allows his 3 veterans to get on the floor. And you can also include the import players too. Their youngest import is Zimmerman at 27 years old, but Michael Singletary and Igor Zaisev, 3-time champs, but signed back again with the Braves. As we are just about a minute away from ceremonial tip and the start of the ball game. The Braves imports are the oldest at 33.5 years old. The next more, experienced group is the Lioneers at 31.8 years old. The Steelers only a little bit older than the Dreamers import-wise. But sitting out there in the starting lineup, getting instructions from notably Coach Cho, coming over as a longtime SBL head coach. Qiu Dazong is his name. Don't want to get that wrong, or he's have his comedic moments on camera with the mic on. The announcement of his signing was all the way back on July 4th. Kind of the most notable Steelers news. Steelers offseason headline. Meanwhile, the Braves, of course, mentioned September 23rd and September 21st, back-to-back games against the Ryukyu Golden Kings. The Braves are looking at figuring out how they can be 4-time champions. A lot of gold feature on their uniforms, on their polos, and all kinds of apparel. Interesting enough, they're going to be starting Cedric Bearfield, who didn't see any action last year's preseason down in Kaohsiung. He is registered as an Asian import in East Asia Super League competition with Filipino heritage.
Yeah, the Chen, you push, they should follow, or they go under. Okay.
But in the Plus League, we do not have Asian imports, so looking at the regular season, he would have to register as an import player. We'll see how the Braves navigate that. They have 6 regular season games in the East Asia Super League, as Anthony Bennett and Femi Olujobi pop out from the corner of the Steelers bench. The referees for this game are led by crew chief in the middle, Lai Jianzong. Zhao Ying returning to action after taking last season off. For the Brave starting lineup, Jimmy Xie Zhenglong, Igor Zaisev, TJ Jianting Zhao, Chen Fuan Bo Yin, and Cedric Bearfield, as mentioned. And on the Steelers side, Li Ziwei, George at center, Femi Olujobi,
Take a photo.
Chen Youwei,
Okay, thank you.
and Shi Jinyao. And Kaohsiung legislator looking very fly. Done with the pre-game pictures as the score tables give us the thumbs up. And the tip is up. Bearfield will chase it down. Over to TJ Jianting Zhao, who's played well whenever he plays at Okinawa. Maybe the Golden Kings might want to consider young TJ in the future. They right now have Tamayo, Filipino, as their Asian import. Chen Fan from a step behind the free throw line will hit the shot and get the score he started. Chen Fan was the 2nd overall pick in last year's Plus League draft. Last year was his rookie year, but could not quite figure out his role and how to best play in the system as Bennett takes a step back and drains it. A nice welcome home by number 20. Anthony Bennett wore number 13 last year with the Lioneers, of course, 1st overall pick way back when. The 3rd season here in Taiwan as Zaisev going to get called for a travel against Lin Zhenwei. A stop for the Steelers. Here you see Aaron Wu Yongren in front of the LED boards. Like last year's preseason and even the year before was in front of the LED boards as the registered head coach of the program. Olujobi going backdoor, taking the contact and getting the and one. Jimmy Xie Zhenglong a little bit late with the help. Xie Zhenglong was another one of those guys that did not quite find his way onto the floor a lot last year. Here you see that right hand goes down and that's the foul called. Free throw is good, and the Steelers off to a 6-2 lead. For those of you in chat, it is 5:15 local time here in Taiwan. We are GMT +8 as Bearfield, a couple bounces and out. Welcome Erico, watching from Malaysia, as going to the hoop, but missing was George. Fairfield will get the attack going over to Chen Fan, guarded by AB on the cross matchup. Driving kick. Zaisev will step around. Anthony Bennett, the rolls, no. And TJ sneaking in there for the rebound. 9 seconds on the clock. Fairfield will launch from center. Might have been a miss on the referee's part there. As Bennett again from deep center, but off to the left. And George says hello to our broadcast table. Lin Ziwei actually a while back was a member of the Braves. Played with them from about 2017 to 2020. Back when they were an SBL team, as again, he's not exactly playing the cleanest defense, but this time, call for the defensive foul as Zaisev was putting on the drive. A few more fans have fouled in, filling out a little bit more of the behind the basket section upstairs. The Ukrainian center, Igor Zaisev, import of the year for the first Plus League season. He actually, until Hashim Tabit joined, was actually the biggest import and really played like it. There's Matayson looking on. Braves a little bit man-to-man defense full court. As Bennett flying away, he's got the complete green light. George getting the rebound, going to the basket, and can't get the finish with the left hand. Braves push it up. TJ will try from the left wing, no problem. TJ Jianting Zhao out of Jiangxi University, and looks like we finally get the horns off as there's a timeout called on the floor. 7-6 for the Taipei Fubon Braves against the Kaohsiung Steelers. Being good hosts, but let's see if they can turn around in the game. We'll go to break. Back after this.
好，请所有的球迷呢，可以一起来看一下我们的大荧幕。来注意到我们的大荧幕，来在我们的大荧幕上面跟我们的17宝宝一起来比一下，右手比1，左手比7。来，右手比1，左手比7，右手比1，左手比7。来，有上镜头的朋友们，来，右手比1，左手比7哦，右手比1，左手比7。右手比1，左手比7。我们这一次呢会有17 camera， 请大家一起来加入。对，右手比1，右手比1，左手比7，右手比1，左手比7。哎，很好，非常好。
Welcome back to the broadcast, and inside Kaohsiung Gymnasium, hosting the Plus League preseason in an out-of-market, so to speak, Plus League venue. The fans are a little bit late after getting shown on screen earlier in the, they call it activation. Oh, a happy birthday to the fan over there on the first level. If you're just joining us, the Steelers under Coach Hill making their, so to speak, debut in front of a paying audience and a live broadcast. Anthony Bennett out of the high post, but kind of bumped it out of his own hands, trying to beat Igor Zaisev. No good. Anthony Bennett, by my count, that's his 4th shot of the game. Nobody else has more than 2. In the mid-range is TJ. 5 straight points from number 24. Chen Fan trying to check Femi Olujobu's got a step on him. It looks like the help defense will be called for the foul. That's Xie Zonglong. Second time in the game. He's a little bit late, or didn't play it cleanly. TJ, you see with the jump shot so pretty, the net was hung up on it. Olujobi drops in the first free throw. The earlier game was a pretty tight one. The Lioneers even extending to a double-digit lead against the Dreamers, but they finished strong in the fourth to take that one. Of course, reminder, we're in the preseason, so the results don't count, but the content of the game is what we're looking out for. Teams working with their imports, working with their new teammates. Now the Steelers in a 2-3 zone, leaving TJ wide open, but this one is swirled out. They catch a break. The Steelers showing off a new black pinstripe jersey, kind of in celebration of this preseason stop, as Yowei, or Jerry, stops in front of Zaisef. Olujobi skies high for the rebound. Given a step, his fadeaway is butter. Gonna stick to that zone. Tofan line drive is too strong. But an errant pass was thrown way short. Jimmy will try an early three. That one's good. Xie Zonglong last year played under 400 minutes. Missed all 5 of his three-point attempts. Obviously not tabbed as a three-point shooter. But maybe that'll change with the new season. Olujobi from the left corner. That one's in and out. Foul as Airfield was making his move. There's Sijinyao, I think. If I'm not mistaken, those are some new tattoos across his chest. Two-time Finals MVP Michael Singletary, he's on the floor, had his Finals MVP streak stopped by Johnson, but it's kind of hard to make an argument. Johnson was in all 4 games of the Braves victories, as that one, again, saved by the fans. They're doing a really good job right in front of us here on the first row of staff tables. No one checks George down low, and he gets the finish as Chen took a slip on the floor. Quickly not to be beat. There's a block shot. Cedric Bearfield stopped at the hoop, trying to plead for a foul. Not this time, but Braves will hang on to possession. Getting a look at the play there. 2 go to defend Olujobi. Jimmy this time from the left side, pretty good arc, but no good there. Femi Olujobi, 22 games played for the Steelers last year. That's the most of any import player, as from the left corner, that number 18. The 2 local bigs who hasn't seen that much playing time, showing off the stroke. That's what the offseason is for. Work on your game. Singletary's good friend Josh Stokewyer's in, as Jimmy butterfingers with that one. Missed out on an open opportunity. Deep 3 is off the mark by number 17. Another look at the swinging motion, swinging offense by the Steelers, and the bench was sure excited for that one. This time it's Femi's turn from deep. He got it. And quickly, just like that, Steelers up 18-12. Fairfield over to Zhou. A little warm-up too, but that one's in and out. Zhou is actually one of the used-to-be young guys who the Braves might consider giving him selective rest, not all the time rest, selective rest during the season, as he has quite a big workload. Got a step, but stop. Finally making the pass was a nice block by Shields, but didn't turn around to get the board. So Jerry from the corner, no. Bennett trying to play with power, stripped. Dodging and weaving and blowing the layup. Trying to plead for a foul, but yeah, with a complete size advantage over everyone there in the paint for the Braves. They're not playing with any import centers. As we mentioned, they have 3. But Johnson in casual clothes, Zimmerman in casual clothes, only Zaitsev and Singletary. And if you can count Fairfield, there's a good find, but an even better block. Good anticipation by Shields-Ongo, and Michael Singletary just kind of cut the wrong way, but there's really no way for him to anticipate that to his defense. Bennett will check out for Pong Pong, and Nitason will come on. Flurry of changes includes the Braves bringing on number 10, Steve-O. Nice up in the middle of the zone. Underneath to Li Mengxue. Can't quite finish on the reverse. Jerry this time driving it himself and leaving it short. That left side basket has been kind of funky. Singletary taking on Pong Pong and will get the roll. Finishing over one of the newer Steelers to the club. Quick offense. Joby side setter. Stay hot, number 0. And finally, the horns catch the attention of the referees. They stop the action. It's the Braves down 14-21, calling timeout. On the game, Femi Olujobi with 13 points here in the first quarter. Somebody look that up if it's a Plus League preseason record. Right, left, step back footwork. And add that to the game high 6 rebounds, and number 0 going to work. Really a guy that provides all kinds of skills and all kinds of toughness for the Steelers. Actually had to sit out a couple of weeks, 2 separate ankle turns and ankle sprains during the season. And once again, the Steelers import player who got the most minutes played. The Steelers certainly went through their share of import turnover and hoping to avoid that this year. There's Kenny Kaohsiung in, with his eldest sitting next to him. Getting a look at Olujobi's first quarter so far. There's the earlier and one. And then kind of on a second chance opportunity, the step back and a couple of trays. That's how we got to 13. Also is really connected well with the fan base. He's one of the imports who's trying to pick up as much Mandarin in earnest as he can. Steve-O to Zhou catching in rhythm. That might have been blocked by Nitason. Boltool looking for the basketball back as Captain Mu will step into one and got it. Typically the Braves have a lot of fan support on the road, but right now after the timeout, it's an all Steelers. Singletary running in and a kind of a off-rhythm finger rolls, got it to fall. Right place, right time. There's number 2. Second-round pick for the Steelers in Liu Chenyan. Running the show and doubled up with Captain Liu. I don't think that's the right strategy. Tayson misses his first shot of the game. They leave Zhang Wenping wide open on the right side, and he takes advantage. Had to take a lot of practice, but Steven Gasha out of Poitou-Sylvie, France. And Tayson trying out the moves, a little give and go, but it's Olujobi from deep in the right wing. He's got another. Dyson will try to answer, he doesn't. Pong with the board. One thing about the Pilots is they really have a lot of turnover going. Close miss. Liu Chenyan as Li Mengshi pass led him almost out of bounds. Steelers have numbers if they hurry. Olujobi miss Ray, and that one is halfway down but out. Well, looking at the roster turnover numerically, the Steelers have 7 new players. They have the highest turnover tied with the Lioneers at 44% of the roster. Only 56 are returners. Liu Chenyan, a little jump pass, a shovel pass, and Tayson off the mark. Singletary getting by a couple, and they can only foul him to stop. Championship Mike, they like to call him. Entering the game for the first time is the Steelers' new center. There you see Captain Liu, a little left elbow shove to claim the foul, stop the Braves. Here's our first look at Cavell Bigby Williams. He last went to a NCAA school at LSU. Free agent signing for the Steelers. Tayson slices through the bounce, no, but Bigby Williams puts it in. Kind of jokes now because Bigby Williams and Tayson form a Dragon Ball Z character duo as a turnover and a nice forward pass. And Liu Chenyan's got himself on the Plus League score sheet in the preseason, to be fair. Preseason only. Nice no-look pass, but off the mark. The target was KJ. Singletary showing a little bit of the frustrations from that kind of mostly unforced turnover. There you see Liu Chenyan dodging Li Mengshi, and it took a couple swirls, but the points are good. Well, Liu Chenyan is actually, quote-unquote, a Kaohsiung local boy, as Josh sneaks the pass, takes the contact, and we'll go down. Josh will go to the free throw line as Captain Liu has picked up another foul. Plank from Josh Sokwe. He saw himself coming off the bench 31 out of 38 games played, but also was one of the locals for the Braves who had the most playing time behind KJ and Chen Xiangzhu. Don't forget Jet Zhang Dongxian in there. Not the steal previously, but can't convert. And Tayson will be called for the travel there. One of those hesitation steps that the referee thought was a little too long. One-handed rifle pass to Michael Singletary. No good, and a rebound just tapped out by Captain Liu, just coinciding with the end of the first quarter. The Steelers start slow, but pick it up quickly. They're ahead 31-19 as game 2 of 6 here in the G02 preseason continues.
吉祥物最可爱的艾恩，现在在现场要跟大家一起来互动啊！艾恩，好，欢迎大家呢在新赛季也一起来到钢铁人的主场，因为我们有最可爱的吉祥物艾恩将会在现场呢跟大家一起来互动，所以也请新赛季呢大家可以一起到现场来欣赏钢铁人的比赛，同时跟艾恩一起在球场玩，一起帮球员打气加油，欣赏精彩的比赛。好，我们艾恩十项全能哦，表演也会，拖地也会，什么都会的，就是最可爱的艾恩啦。好，谢谢艾恩，谢谢，请大家呢在这3天哦，可以来到现场这边，我们也有最可爱的艾恩在现场跟大家来互动。新赛季也请大家一起来支持他，谢谢，谢谢艾恩。
Welcome back inside G02 Gymnasium. A out-of-market preseason stop for us for the first time in the Plus League. A lot more three-pointers for both teams than twos. Maybe you want to avoid a little bit of contact, or maybe just get everyone to get warmed up out there. It's Liu Chenyan, Xu Zhenlu, Chen Guanchen, Big B Williams, and Goku Natason for the Steelers as a deep 2. Overshot by Big B Williams. Jumping the pass. Natason, one man to beat, and will bank it home. Taking a cookie away from number 0, Lai Ting-en. Brave since 2019. KJ this time gets the pass, and it looks a little funky, but KJ gets it to work. The left-handed shooter originally drafted by the Kings. Traded over with Steve-O for Joseph Lin. Number 11 chases the rebound down and tries for Trey. Jimmy at the free throw line. He can't make the Taiwanese old man shot, I like to call it, but Zaisev picks up his teammate. Here's Zaisev just recently announces the return to the Braves. As it looks like the rookie will call for a rookie traveling there. So he'll go off for who I like to call Little Lou, Wang Luxiang. One of the OG Lewises. He's also joined by Wendell Lewis. Zaisev, no good. And a couple Braves in the area, and KJ over the beat. Chen Guanchen to the board. That being said, probably could have got a little bit more help from his teammates. We'll go to a break as the Braves have made it 26-33 here in the second.
怎么交代？没有那么多借口啊！把球打进，把篮板打好。谁？8分球，我们这只射8分。哎，这分数在掉啊！我们拿出东西了，分数在掉，已经10几分的球啊！谁？往前面打，然后把人家带出来。他要他有机会，他不是先选择3分，他注意看里面有没有机会，有空档他往里干。 他不是纯射手啊。OK box ball， 现在卡贝尔拉出来，你一个先打，完了挤进来，这个配合一下。OK Hunter go。
We're here in Geelong, the site of the Plus League preseason as we prepare for the 4th season of our league history. Steelers now coached for the first time before the season starts. Announced back in the summertime by Coach Chiu Da-zong. The Steelers were close last year, but did not make the playoffs. So in their 2-year history, have not made it as that pass was forced. Good pressure defense by the Braves. Leitingen will miss the floater, but nice hands by KJ. He's got himself 7 points on the quarter. Braves keeping up the pressure. Natason getting by 1. Bigby Williams trapped a little deep. Number 3 from the right corner, gets it to go. Finally dropping it in. Easy zone breaker for the Braves with Zaitsev in the middle. Cutting a second time, hooking it up, and it dances off the rim. The Braves, of course, 3-time champs, have made the playoffs every year. In the regular season, a 66 win percentage. He's a breakaway, and Bearfield will drop it in with a finger roll. Their lowest seeding was in the second year where they went 18-12 for a 60% win percentage. They beat the Dreamers as the lower seeded team, then beat the Lioneers as a lower seeded team. That Bigby Williams shows off a little agility, playing it up with the left hand. Jason going baseline, working with Williams, taking the contact and getting the roll. Trying to get a little extra on that one too. The Steelers, in their inaugural season, finished in 5th place, 6.5 games behind a playoff spot. As that one just grazed the rim. Zaitsev kind of lucky there, and the Steelers a little unlucky. Well, last year, they started the season very much behind, 2-17 on February 11th, but then February 12th, Jeremy Lin joined the squad. They beat the Dreamers that afternoon, 95-80. Ended up with a 15-6 record with 8 straight in the middle there, but the last game against the Dreamers, they dropped that one and ended up 2 games out, as they did have to beat the Dreamers by 5 to edge them in head-to-head scoring. But the point being, they were a lot closer last year to a playoff spot. Substitution to get TJ in for Leitingen, who's last year actually got quite a few starts between the preseason and the regular season as a starting point guard, but can't quite stick for that starting spot. Jason trying to find some room to Bigby Williams, taking contact. Can't get the basket, but there is a foul called as the Braves couldn't quite match the athleticism by Bigby Williams there. Missed swipe by TJ, and Shi Zonglong Didn't play vertical enough. But rattling out the first free throw. Splits that trip. Wearing number 11. That used to be Ling Junhao's number. One of the players that parted ways with the Steelers. Steelers parted ways with. He's with Taiwan Trust now. TJ from the left corner, close but no, as KJ got one hand on it but pokes it out. Certainly a lot of local fans know Chiu Da-zong as the head coach who will give us a lot of memorable quotes as he doesn't turn his mic off. But he admitted he would try to play it a little safer. So Yue clutching and finishing at the rim. As the Steelers maintain their lead. TJ with a second try, this time it's short. Jumper by Caval is no good. KJ to Jimmy, clutch, but an easy left-handed stuff. Little 2-on-1. Jerry will get the soft lane assist to Tayson. And the Braves will elect to take another timeout, find themselves down 30-45. And you kind of get the feeling like they do have a little bit of space out there, but the athleticism of Big B Williams get that out of here. Shizuo kind of using a very traditional step-step finish when he really should float it up before the defender can get to his spot. So the Steelers playing strong in this one. In last year's preseason, as mentioned, they had a number of import players who did play in it, did not have a strong showing, and they, in the end, employed 9 import players overall. Of course, the 3 that they ended up registering for the finish of the season. Kind of the most unfortunate one was Vyacheslav Kratsov, who was dealing with a knee injury, and that kind of really put him behind all the other imports for the finish. But that also meant that the only center, Wendell Lewis, pretty much played every game down the stretch. B. Cook, 7 points. And a big block shot that led to that fast break score. Switch comes out against Singletary, who finds Jimmy at the elbow. No. Slippage of the hands. That could have been for him or for Singletary. As Chen risked a pass in there and an and one. Called by the lead official. It's going to be on Shizuo again. It's been a tough go for Jimmy out there. Mostly did everything right, but still going to get charged with the foul. It's, I mean, really tough when you're in the restricted area to play defense cleanly. Really, the only other local big for the Braves is Ling Mengxue, who's played really briefly in the first half. If they want to go small, they might elect to have Chen Fan play the 4. He's right now setting a screen for TJ. Singletary can't get it off glass. And Tayson tries an early three. Good hands by Gokul. Poke it out of bounds. Former Brave, and Zhang Bo-wei, nicknamed Weber, checking into the game. Interesting position swap, because that probably means Wang Luxiang might be running the point. They start on defense with kind of a matchup zone. Now straight man. As Chen Fan is screened for his three on the way, too strong. Good hands by Singletary to poke it free. Thinking about it, then driving, blocked by Pong Pong. And Chen Fan Boyin's taught a lesson there. Excited Olu Jobi for his new teammate. There you see Chen Fan hesitating, and Pong Pong, at times a Chinese Taipei national team member. Doesn't have the longest wingspan, may not have the top-notch hops, but sometimes he just picks his timing right. Zaitsev, cool, calm and collected, hits the corner three. Pulls it back to 15 as Bigby Williams and Natason playing a two-man game. Backdoor to Weber, and there's a blown layup. I would unfortunately venture to say that is our first Fang Chang of the weekend. Great cut. Not finish over Chen Fan, who was falling asleep there. TJ, kind of errant pass there, trying to feed Zaitsev. As Little Lou crashing through the entire defense, couldn't get the finish, but to commend the third-year guard for taking it with some courage. Now, he did have quite a step up from first season to second season in one of the most important areas, three-point shooting. Last season, 187 three-point attempts, hit on 37%, and for the most part of the early first half season, was a 40 percentage point three-point shooter. As opposed to year one, he misses the first, makes the second free throw. As opposed to year one, 27 for 90, only a 30% three-point shooter, which again is about league average. Bill and Singletary. Singletary up top. Three-point stroke has not really been there for the Braves. Now 5 of 24 on the game. Ojobi from the Steelers logo. Patient with it, driving kick. Away. Not the most secure handles. Weber with a second left, passes it up. He really had the opening there. Certainly had the space. Definitely kind of a sign of a player who's not exactly been in the best rhythm, been in the thick of things rhythm-wise, repetition-wise. Turnovers on the shot clock for the Steelers, as it looks like Singletary will be called for the illegal screen. Trying to twist around and get a catch going a little early. That'll be the 8th Braves turnover on the game. Whistle as Weber was falling out of bounds. Free throws coming up. We look at Toguri trying to put on the pressure. Last season, the Braves turned it over at least at 15.9 per game. It's a pretty tight grouping, though. Every team other than the Braves at 16 per, with the Pioneers topping them at 16.9. Second place, second lowest mark is the Dreamers at 16.1. We had several in a row. B.B. Williams is off as the Steelers. Little 2-2-1, slow down zone. Dropping the man defense. As Josh given a big step by Bennett, and it pays off, but Phil crashes the board. Trying to look for Zaitsev on the block. Over to Chen Fan in the left corner, though. Anthony Bennett was supposed to sign with a Korean team, as Chen Fan fighting for possession, and they will hang on. The Steelers starting to be sloppy. Got 3 minutes to go, but the kind of flow of the game has really slowed up. It looks like Coach Joe is trying to communicate with the scorers table, interestingly enough, with his strategy board. Maybe he was... No, it's actually a coach's challenge about the out-of-bounds play. So our first video review, in fact, coach's challenge or not, of the preseason. The Braves obviously have Jeff Woo-Yong-sun on the national team, who are playing at Hangzhou for the Asian Games. It's certainly very close. Singletary might have got a finger on it. Jimmy Lin Wei Hao of the Brave staff is actually with the national team as a member of that staff. It's really close, but unfortunately for the Steelers, that baseline angle, or this left corner high camera angle, might be the best look at things. In any case, the inbounds will be on that corner, and after review, they will change it to Steelers possession. Well, they did get a good enough look at it. Good job, Coach Cho, winning his first coaching challenge. But still come in Chen Fan for a good hustle effort. Bennett to Olujobi, got Singletary in the air and could not finish over a wall or through a wall of Braves. Singletary stopped by Ayao. Those two have certainly gone at it plenty of times in their plus league careers. The three is off. Olujobi probing at the post as the Steelers play a little hot potato out there. Number 0, he lets it fly and it falls through. So finally getting to say Olujobi's name. Leading the entire field with 19 points. And Chen Fan answers back with a 3, his first of the afternoon. So some of the fans out there have caught Coach Joe, and the camera pointed at him. He wrote TV on the strategy board. I guess he wants to save his quotes for the regular season. As nice move by Femi. Step through and finger roll lay-in. About a minute and a half left. Is Chen Fan. I didn't realize Chen Fan and Femi Olujobi matchup is what we were slated for. Fairfield's in pressuring Ayao. Three from the left side, he hits. Olujobi, stay hot, stay hot, stay hot. Zoned up again, Singletary, elbow extended, in and out. A 20-point lead for the Steelers as George left all alone gets the easy lay-in, and who else but number 0 with the nice find. Feeling it. I think he tried to go off the backboard, but only until Chen Fan. It was a long weekend. The bank is not open. Couple possessions left. Ayao to AB and way overshoots it. An alley-oop, but a little too strong with a Singletary. He gets the one-handed slam. Letting out a little bit of frustration as that makes it a 41-61 Steelers lead in their home away from home, at least for a weekend. And Geelong Gymnasium, strong showing against the 3-time defending champion Braves. It's halftime here in the Plus League preseason.
福利社来送福利啦！我是今天的主持人小调 JJ。
大家好，我是 BB。
听到我们的声音就知道我们要来现场送福利给所有的球迷朋友们了。那到底要怎么抽奖呢？先跟大家介绍一下，帮我拿出你们的手机，扫描场上2个大大的 QR code， 帮我把17直播下载下来。等一下进我们雄青福利社的直播间，刷我们关键字留言，就可以有抽奖的机会。那我们先来跟所有球迷朋友讲一下，我们今天要抽什么奖呢？直接公布我们最大奖，今天是
我们今天第一个抽到的大奖，给现场观众有5000块的现金。
想要的球迷朋友赶快下载17直播。那我们第2个好礼要送什么呢？
第2个就是我们这一次热身赛双面的练习衣，正反2面都可以穿。
没错，就是我手上这一件，正面是白色，反面是黑色，2面可穿的练习衣，只有这个热身赛有哦。
没错，
现场的球迷朋友千万
现场的球迷朋友只有他们可以抽，对不对？
因为我们要刷关键字加上你的区牌号。如果是2楼朋友的话，你的座位帮我打2楼特区，因为你是自由座。那我们今天最重要的关键字是什么？要邀请我们的磊哥。
好，关键字很简单，就是跟刚刚上一场比赛一模一样的。
一模一样。
对，就是这次的 slogan： 激战熊 hot。4个字，好。
没错，就是我们的激战熊 hot。磊哥讲得非常有力道。
对，激战熊 hot， 大家赶快刷起来，刷起来，
下载下来，刷关键字，刷留言。基隆的基，战队的队，战队的战，高雄的熊，很热的 hot。关键字帮我刷起来，加上你的区牌号，好吗？那我们在让大家下载17直播刷关键字的同时，我们先邀请一位17直播的实力派唱将主播玲玲。欢迎他带来一首好听的歌曲。
欢迎玲。
Hello， 现场的朋友，大家好，我是17Live 的主播玲玲，今天要带来旺福的《我当你空气》送给大家，希望大家会喜欢。什么东西？别刻意缩短我们的距离，我们之间的关系一点都不神秘。你问我到底喜不喜欢你，这问题会不会太有问题？我们之间的关系，我现在就告诉你 ，Are you ready？ 我当你空气，你就是空气，随时需要你，没你会窒息。哦哦哦 窒息。没有你，我要怎么活下去？大家好，我是17Live 的主播玲玲，每天晚上的8点到10点会在17Live上面陪大家唱歌聊天。大家如果喜欢的话，可以下载17Live。我当你空气，你就是空气，随时需要你，没你会窒息。我要对你深深深呼吸。我当你空气，你就是空气，随时需要你，没你会窒息。是17Live 的主播玲玲，希望大家会喜欢我们今天唱的《我当你空气》，谢谢大家。
耶！掌声，谢谢我们玲玲带给我们这么好听的歌曲，很好听哎，
谢谢。
好，那我们现在主角要回到我们场上所有的球迷朋友们，有没有把手机拿出来，在17直播的雄心福利社直播间刷我们关键字留言啦？我们等一下要马上抽出我们今天2个大奖。我们今天第1大奖是什么呢？
今天的第1大奖也是我们跟上场一样的5000块的现金。
没错，5000块奖金要让现场的球迷朋友们带回家。那我们第2个奖品是什么呢？
我们这次热身赛的双面球衣。
没错，就是双面球衣。来，现场的朋友们，直播间有没有在刷？我们再请 BB 带大家复习一下今天的关键字是什么，好吗？
今天的关键字是前面3个中文：激战雄号
呀，激战雄号加上你的区牌号。2楼自由区的朋友，帮我留激战雄号加2F 自由区特区就可以啦。那我们有没有在刷关键字？前面的朋友，
赶快刷
的朋友，有没有在刷关键字了？那我们要来倒数10秒钟喽，10、9、8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1，请截图。在我们工作人员截图的同时呢，跟大家提醒一下啦，我们稍后我们节目会继续在场边进行我们线上的好礼送不完，我们还有另外准备2个好礼，一个呢就是我们热身赛专属的应援毛巾，第2个呢就是我们高雄17直播钢铁人的雅典娜女神啦啦队专属应援立牌，还有2个好礼在场边，等一下会继续送给你们，所以等一下千万不要离开我们的直播间，继续留在我们线上抽奖好吗？那我们稍后呢会公布2位幸运的得主，等一下听到你的名字或者是区域的话，请记得赶快拿着你的手机还有票根到我们场边找我们。如果你在2楼的话呢，请到我们的西区出口这边，
有一个人举着
我们的工作人员，对，工作人员有举着牌子在那边等你。好，我们要来马上公布我们今天的幸运得主了，我们请美丽的玲玲帮我们公布第1位5000块的得主
C22排23号
，ID 是
G8COLA。
耶！恭喜你获得5000块，赶快来找我们，
恭喜，赶快下来找我们领奖。
好，那我们第2个得奖的人是，
这个 ID 很长哦。
好，来 LANCER27JKI。
恭喜你！那我们的区域在哪里呢？
位置
2楼8排36号东区。
东区哦。
好，那我们2楼的朋友赶快到我们区出口，我们有一个工作人员拿着我们的立牌在等你，赶快来，我们今天一定要领走，不然你的奖金或者你的奖品会充公到下一场球赛喽。好。我们再重复2位得奖好吗？5000块奖金的得主
G8COLA，
位置
在 C22排23号。
Welcome back to the broadcast. It's halftime here, where the Taipei Fubon Braves are taking on the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers here at the 23-24 Plus League preseason games hosted by the Steelers. We're in Geelong, out of market, to expand the reach of our basketball league. On the left, Zuo Kai, funny enough, his surname is left. And on the right, Taibao Tai Jingjing providing the Mandarin commentary. I'm Ryan Chen, solo on the English side. From top to bottom, we have the team score, field goal, makes on the left, makes on the left, attempts on the right, excuse me. 3-point shooting, the next row down, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. Relatively even match in all the statistics besides shooting. The Steelers are holding the Braves to 6 of 53 shooting, and have also shown off their 3-point stroke after the Lioneers kind of surprised us at how accurate they were in the first game. Eventually the Dreamers pulled through. You know, the usual suspect might be Anthony Bennett, who with the Lioneers last season often got up to hot starts. But really stealing the show is number 0 there on screen, Femi Olujobi. 24 points on 5 of 6 3-point shooting. And a new Steeler, Kaval Bigby Williams, also pitching in with 10 points and 5 rebounds and a half of basketball. The Steelers are kind of looking a little bit like the Braves in terms of turning defense into offense, certainly stretching the floor. Their season kind of split into 2. The first half, obviously we talked about the 2-17 start, but then the second half, Jeremy Lin joining this squad, playing at an incredible level and shaking up the Plus League, eventually just 1 game shy of making the playoffs. And this year, what do these kind of new but kind of familiar look Steelers go about their season? We know that the Braves are bringing back 3 of the imports from last year. And the only roster subtractions are Jackie Zhangguan and Tony. Last year, 2 was only. No Braves in double-digit scoring. Sunfan leads them with 8 on a couple made threes. Went a little back and forth between him and Olujobi. KJ Onkai off the bench with 7. Zaitsev was 7. Singletary was 6, including that dunk right before the end of the first half, an exclamation point. And TJ Jintinzao with back-to-back buckets in the first quarter for 5. And obviously the Steelers growing ahead thanks to their 2 imports, Olujobi and Kaval, 24 and 10 points. Leedsaway getting the start, pitching with 7, mostly on open opportunities down low. Nitason, 5, and starting the game, Jerry Tanyoue has got 4 points. It is only the preseason, but we'll see how the teams fare in the second half after this.
This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you not. This is why I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you not. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. I don't gotta rap. I could sell a mill saying nothing on the track. I represent New York, I got it on my back. Them can say that we lost it, so I'ma bring it back. I love the dirty, these niggas show me love. The ladies start to bounce as soon as I hit the club. But in the Midwest, they love to take it slow. So when I hit it, I watch them get it on the floor. And if you need it hype for me, I take it to the Bay. Let's go to Sac Town, they do it every day. Compton to Hollywood, as soon as I hit LA. I'm in that low, I do it the Cali way. And when I hit the shot, people say that I'm fly. They love the way I dress, they like my attire. They love how I move crowds from side to side. They ask me how I do it, and simply I reply. This is why I'm hot. 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 I'm hot cause I'm fly. You ain't cause you not. This is why I'm hot. I'm hot cause I'm fly. You ain't cause you not. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Catch me on the block. Every other day another push, another drop. 16 bars, 24 pop. 40 for a song. Could give me what you got. I'm in the driving cars, pressure off the lot. I'm in the shutting stores down just so I can shop. If you need a bird, I could get it chopped. Tell me what you need, you know I get them by the flock. I call my homie Black, meet me on the ad. I hit wash heights with the money in the bag. We in the big spin and see my pimpin' never drag. Find me with different women that you niggas never had. For those who say they know me, know I focus on my cream. Player, you come between, you better focus on the beam. I keep it so mean, the way you see me lean. And when I say I'm hot, my nigga, this is what I mean. This is why I'm hot. This is why, this is why, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why, this is why, this is why I'm hot.
第3节比赛开始。
False start to the referees. That'll be a little operational mishap, but it's only the preseason. Actually, that really doesn't count for any penalty. The Braves going with TJ, Singletary, Zaitsev, Josh, and Jimmy to start. Zokwe from the corner off the mark. Zijing out will slice through and lay it in. Had a relatively quiet first half. Only took one shot, in fact. That's his first score. For that shaft, Olujobi is targeting a referee, but nope, not your teammate. So they'll set up a half-court offense as Jerry Ayal, George Zhiwei, who goes with a reverse. Didn't really have a good angle. To the corner, Michael Singletary, true contact and the finish. You look at the and one though, looked like Michael Singletary let out a weird sigh after that one, as if he didn't get the and one. Get another look in the zone. Everyone just left him alone. Can't finish it. AB finally going inside with a left-handed hook. No. Kind of a lot more of a perimeter player in the last couple seasons. Behind the back to Zaitsev, shot fake and crashed into by AB. Another look at Olujobi, kind of stuck behind Chiazolong, but not defending a shooting threat there. Down low to Zaitsev, patient with it. He used the left-handed finger roll to a score. Last year, the Braves had a 5-3 series advantage against the Steelers. Of course, everything we kind of have to add with a caveat. Bennett kind of stumbles his way to a turnover. TJ beating Tonyo away, at least getting the foul out of it. Trying to claim his innocence. Braves won the first 4 games. And then the Steelers won 3 out of 4 of the last. There you see another look at the play, and man, need another look to see where the contact is. Jian Qingzao did play on Chinese Taipei's developmental team, or in Mandarin, 中华白. Bai, the word for white. Lan, the word for blue, but the national team is the blue team and the developmental team is the white team. It's kind of a nice nod to basketball have blue and white versus very commonly in baseball here in Taiwan. They might split up their all-star game into Hong Bai, red and white. Zaisef will be called for the foul, knocking Jerry over. The referee was all over that one. Ayo on the Iverson, then Bennett getting the mismatch. Zaisef switch. Braves mostly recover as Tayoe gets it on target. Ball gets loose, Singletary picks it up. Line drive is short. Ayo working on his footwork, but passes it out. Oh, Joby, no. It looks like he lost the handle on that. We kind of have a turnover back and forth before Sijingyao lays it in. Previously, for a short stint with Taiwan Trust, then mostly with the Korean basketball organization in the SPL and then in the Plus League. There's an early foul call against George. Pretty much was just playing defense with his hands there. Zaisef trying to get that whistle to come a little earlier. Here you see the right hand on the hip. That's a hook. Easy call there. Really don't need to do that. A little new look, a little color in the hair as the Braves run a curious go to nowhere inbounds play. It's going to be a 3-on-2. Tayoe losing his footing, but Anthony Bennett finishing it off with a two-handed jam. Singletary tries to answer, no. And again, the Steelers are probably working really hard to get some early offense. Everyone's picking up the basketball and looking for a deep pass. That one's Aaron, and Braves are going to attack with a little space. And Mosher will get held onto. Looks like he'll go to the line. There's Hiyoe. Nice feed to AB, but my eyes were trained on him slipping there. Here with a new free throw form. I guess that's what he worked on in the offseason. Anthony Bennett, the benefactor, kind of played his best stretch of basketball here in Taiwan, paired up with Taylor Braun, who's now a member of the Hsinchu Lioneers. Captain Liu? I don't think we've ever talked about his Mandarin nickname. It's Nammo, or male model. Foul in the middle of the circle as the Braves are trying to claim that there was a little bit of friendly fire. Get another look. Joby reaching in there, and Joby did crash into AB. The referee probably saw something else happening too. Oh, it's Alton free throws. Making the first. Olujobi last season, his best performance was 40 points. That was against the Kings on February 11th in a loss. He did that on 10 twos and 5 threes as slip of the basketball. It'll stay with the Braves, but the Steelers want a replay of that, and Michael Singletary thought there was a foul on the play instead. And there's the TV sign again. He's also showing off his previous strategy. I mean, to be fair, when teams are secretive in basketball about plays and about formations, it's like, well, it's pretty easy to read after a while. Get another look at Sijinhao with a hand on the shoulder. With the bounce of the basketball, I mean, the cameraman's right up close to it. Certainly Singletary can't be happy with the hands to the face there. They didn't issue any fouls on the play, so the review can only be about out of bounds. But a hands to the face is a 10-yard penalty. No success, no luck with the challenge. It would have been the Steelers' final challenge anyways, but they don't get the results this time. This time, Tokwe simple inbounds to Zaitsev as the Steelers start doubling, leaving Tokwe wide open, but that one is so close and no good. Tokwe almost is one of those shooters that shoots better with a little bit more defensive pressure against him. Olujobi can't get the finish, but a foul from behind as thankfully he lands safely. You kind of see that one telegraphed as he lulled Limoshe to sleep. Barefield's in, maybe to inject some life into the Braves offense. Now up to 27 points. The perfect 7 for 7 from the line. Thankfully, he didn't jinx this broadcaster, or the broadcaster didn't jinx him. I guess that's the point that you guys might care about a little bit more. TJ finding an option, but it's going to be a Steelers option as Barefield comes in with it. Can't save it inbounds. Barefield is proving to be a really great guard. And that littlest sense of the meaning is the basketball players who are supposed to be furthest from your scoring rim and closest to your defending rim, and for exactly that purpose, prevent the opponents from starting a break. It's been a long time coming, but finally we're at our third quarter TV timeout. We'll catch a breath, get a drink before the Braves up against the Steelers continues here in Geelong.
欢迎大家多多的进场。那现在呢，又是要来看一下大荧幕的时间了。17直播17 camera， 跟着17宝宝，请右手比1，左手比7，右手比1，左手比7。17直播的 camera， 如果你上去的话，记得要拍照，请你的朋友帮你拍照截图。我们到外面2楼17直播的摊位，可以来换礼物。右手比1，左手比7，右手比1，左手比7。对 ，very good，very good。右手比1，左手比7，右手比1，左手比7。好。非常好，非常好，哎，对，这样就对了。右手比1，左手比7。17直播的 App 要记得下载，然后我们有礼物要送给你。这3天呢，请大家可以一起踊跃来参加。右手比1，左手比7，右手比1，左手比7。That's right， 非常好，非常好。好，谢谢你们，谢谢。
Before we continue the broadcast, be sure to follow the Plus League on all our social media pages and accounts, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and don't forget the official Line account. This third quarter has been more Steelers. 12-8 on the quarter. If maybe you want to take a coaching technique like resetting the score in your players' minds. A long inbound as finally Liu Junlu gets it out. They quickly screen around for Joby, and he scores over Barefield and over the help. The Steelers, as we mentioned, they had 2 local additions on the local side on Chen Guanchuan and Si Jingyao, who's right now guarding the ball. In the middle, but passing it out. Barefield push shot, no. Their other was Martin Lee Reichi, who was a member of the Kings, signed as a free agent, spent some time in his student days down in the South. And there's the connection there. Joby, a hook pass over top of the defense. Liu Zhenlu can't get the 3 to fall. Looks like, Joby could be called for the U there. We're holding on to Chen Fan Boyan's arm as he drove by. I mean, even if you reach for the body, if you reach for anything else, unsportsmanlike foul, and that's kind of what FIBA is kind of preventing, is you grabbing a part of the body and the player getting much more hurt. An innocent reaching foul. What was an innocent reaching foul. Couple shots for Chen Fan and possession. Tayson and Big B Williams in against a Braves lineup with Xie Zonglong at center. Blocked from behind in a scramble for the basketball. Jerry will throw it ahead and a little bit out of the reach of Big B Williams. One of those cases where you want to throw awkwardly enough, maybe a little higher and not so much ahead. Kids Owen with a turnaround J, almost. The Braves continue to struggle shooting the basketball, only 2 for 10 on the quarter. With Tayson, feeling a lot more confident with a first made shot of the half. Chen Fan almost had it, and thankfully Jimmy lands safely on the hardwood, but numbers for the Steelers as a good hands forces Pong Pong to play it off the deck. Braves defender Xie Zonglong is patient with it and finishes at the rim. Mentioned it before, MVP of the SBL a few years ago, trying to find that form. It is, of course, a different league. Braves in zone as Pong Pong, a one-legged jumper. Assist to Chen Yaowei. Fairfield over to Chen Fan, deflected, thankfully into the hands of another Brave as Cedric Fairfield swishes a three. His full registered name on the information given by the Braves, Cedric Lee Fairfield, out of Corona, California. Hesitation, but stopped by Big B Williams. Feeling himself, another tray. Great use of the dribble to find the open space. Expanding the zone a little bit. The shooter, Pong Pong, tries it. It was short the whole way on its trajectory. Chen Fan forcing the issues over to Bearfield, makes it 3 in a row. And just like that, the Steelers, a little lull to sleep, have won. Bearfield leading the charge for the Braves. There'll be a timeout on the floor. The lead is still 20 points, but the Steelers have looked all out of sorts in the last few minutes. That was the second one where Big B Williams gave up, handed it off, but then Nuzunu wasn't there in time and in transition. Another deep ball. Fairfield went to Utah, same school as Jason Washburn, the other most famous Utah product playing basketball here in Taiwan.
2-5 就 2-5， 谁要这？这球出来看看有没有，卡贝尔再来挡，给射手好，分清楚，这样了解。
Last year was a member of the Bay Area Dragons, now disbanded. Had a strong showing in the PBA competition, then in the East Asia Super League Champions Week. Coach Roger now with a big notebook, not like before. He had a small notebook last preseason.
You have an inside shooter inside. 如果没有打给他，他是在单边，换在这里。来 ，Let's go。
All in all, the Braves have 5 import players, so to speak, on their roster for the preseason. And it does kind of make sense for them to pick up Zimmerman as well. Added depth, maybe have his younger legs kind of take him through a lot of the regular season. Of course, Bearfield to give him a little bit of scoring punch too. They overload the left side, then look to the right. Maybe Williams firing it across to Tayson from the left wing. No good. Deep passes, Singletary. Pass interference there. Will be a spot foul. The penalty is 2 free throws. Underneath there is Liu Chenyan, the rookie. Only 5'7½". That one bounces short. But showed good courage there to try to body Singletary as best he can. Number 17 makes the adjustment and will actually lead the floor, so the Braves will change up their defensive look. Isef manning the middle of the zone as Natason probes through past the Pong Pong, leaves the kind of hook shot short. JJ over the head of Chen Fan, who kind of got jammed up in there with Xie Zonglong instead of going out wide. George is back in the game. Biggie Williams, guarded by Zaitsev, swallowed whole with that block shot. Big Z will pass it along on the break. High screen and roll as Bearfield is doubled. Jimmy finishing, no, floated over past the outreach arms of Big D Williams. No block, but a stop for number 11 now. Driving kick, Liu Chenyan will try. That one's close, but no cigar. Somebody in the comments asked if the Braves will win the third quarter, and Bearfield makes it from a 1-point third quarter lead to a 4-point third quarter lead just on the quarter. The ball stripped from the side by KJ as they let it foul go, and Bearfield can't finish at the rim. They let the Braves play through that advantage, and they could not finish. Natason in the mid-range, over top to Captain. I got away with a travel there. He banks it out. So close to the dismay of a lot of the fans in attendance, rooting for the Steelers. They've had their share of close misses on that rim. There goes by one, clutching to the other side, but missing. And it looks like KJ will lead to a team rebound with the hustle. I mean, he really put on the moves, did Cedric there, did. Maybe just a touch too much English. Probably could have gave it a fair spin and it would have been good. He'll inbound it way out to Jimmy, and they have numbers. Chen Fan. KJ, good recovery by the Steelers as KJ tries the clutching layup. The Steelers defend that last possession. And they have a relatively comfortable lead, 80-64, as we head to the final quarter here in day one of the preseason, season 4 edition. I'm Ryan Chen, but we'll be right back after these messages.
将是由新竹工程师跟桃园福源领航员以及福尔摩沙梦想家对战新北国王。明天的2场比赛，也请大家多多的进场。好，场边我们又看到最可爱的吉祥物艾恩又来了，艾恩又出现啦。走过的地方，小朋友们可以跟艾恩一起来玩哦。我们也欢迎新赛季，艾恩可以一起跟你们在球场这边见面。 们的艾恩呢，在现场跟现场的球迷朋友一起来互动了啊！也欢迎新赛季，还有接下来2天的季前热身赛，球迷朋友呢可以多多的进场来跟我们最可爱的吉祥物艾恩一起来感受一下篮球季真的回来了。这3天的季前热身赛，欢迎大家多来基隆市立体育馆一起来加入我们，即将要迎接新赛季。
球迷朋友们，别忘了要上网去注册 Oh My Basketball， 在 IV 版学英文吧的 Plus 与篮球英文术语教学。Not our chance yet to see Zimmerman in action, the quote-unquote new import signing for the Braves. We'll see if Fairfield could also make it into some Plus League games. There's last year's Finals MVP, Chris Johnson, taking this one in from the Braves bench. They had a stronger third quarter, mostly thanks to Fairfield's scoring prowess on the outside as Olujobi misses the two-pointer. Chen trying to dribble to find space. As Fairfield 2 paces behind the 3, rattles it home. One-man wrecking crew for the Braves. That makes it 16 on his evening of play. Nice anticipation pass as Femi Olujobi finishes with the jam. Answered by the Braves. No, Chen Fan overshoots everything. Zijiao with his deep try, and look what I found, Olujobi with the 2-point putback. After the dribble, rifles it to Jimmy. Now add assists to his total. Number 2 right now is starring in the Brave side of things, as now they switch up to a 1-2-2 looking zone. Now it evens out a little bit better. AJ might have got away with one there. Anthony Bennett commits the foul before the Braves can go on offense. Get another look at the Steelers kind of getting lulled to sleep. After substitution to get number 0 Lightingman in the game. We're on our way as that one slips his hands. Deflected out of bounds. Also on the floor. Crash is Josh Tokuyu. Deflected, so no backcourt as quickly beating the clock and Tenlu left it short and blew that close layup opportunity as a couple players involved. It will be Braves basketball. Bearfield this time with a dribble move and another one, but this time from 2. Joby's turn to go to work. Takes a stumble and has to find a teammate. That one gonna ricochet off of a Steelers foot, they say. Getting a look at just a straight pull-up after settling in the backcourt. He needs an outlet. Lighting will get a shot and overshoots it. No, an early layup, no call, as that one might have been partially blocked. Gokwe had that one stripped as AB dives to the floor. Trying to finish off the one with no scoring as Lin will get the lay-in, a timeout, and at the same time, refs want to clean up the hardwood. Well, the broadcasters run out of breath, so we're going to take a break. Get back to the action after this.
看到你，让我看到你。好，他们实在太显眼了。好，我看我丢不丢得到哈，我看我丢不丢得到。我丢上面了，我丢上面哦。如果没丢到，要记得去下面捡哦。好，丢到，在哪里？在哪里？再一次。你要带火锅啊？等一下，不要激动，好。丢不到，很难丢。
A hustle play by Anthony Bennett helps the Steelers get a layup and forcing a timeout. The second half has been the Cedric Lee Bearfield show for the Braves as they try to crawl their way back into this one. On the left, Roger Sriuchinza wearing the microphone for our TV broadcast, but on the right in the glasses, that's Woo Young-lun in front of the LED board as the acting head coach of the game. A lot of mopping up the hardwood, and finally we're ready to go. I don't know what they were doing during the break. Steelers showing off the zone once again with Lin Zhengwei coming out to help cover up the top as Bearfield takes a deep three. Short, and the team rebound by the Steelers. Joby taking the middle, hook pass out of bounds. I don't know if he's frustrated himself or his teammate. He did pass it into space, but gonna end up being a Steelers turnover. Going baseline, but trapped. passes off of Steeler and into the hands of Chen as Chen get the foul out of Zhou Guiyu. The last one back, the only one back, I should say, but the last one in the Braves formation to get back. Last man to beat, I guess I should say. Fairfield will get a well-deserved bout of rest. As Chen trying the feint free throw again. He definitely tried that a number of times toward the end of last regular season, as his free throw form a far cry from his accurate three-point shooting form. 2 for 2, and the Steelers have done well at the line this evening. 14 for 16 there you saw on the graphic. Gosh, the TJ, the pull-up too, yes. This has a really great gauge from what his eyes see, the range of the basket, to calibrating the amount of flight for the basketball. Chen down the middle and blocked from behind by Zaisev. Numbers for the Braves as Chen just has the early take foul. Now it's the Braves who are getting consecutive stops and running from it. Common foul, but free throws for Jianting Cao. Missing the first. Spent time in the States before returning to Taiwan for university. Last registered at Jianxing Tech and also a Nahu High School. That includes being teammates with number 8 Zhou Guiyu for a time. So those two have that connection. Little inside out as Joby gets the Steelers going again. That one will hit the LEDs and out of bounds for the Steelers as Zaisev tries to plead his case. I think it's going to be the Braves issuing a instant replay challenge. Another look. Zaisev was in the neighborhood. And even if the challenge is unsuccessful, it's a chance for the Braves to draw something up. It is really close. They are going to change it though and say the Steelers with two hands in the mix hit it out of bounds. Zaisev had that one poked away, and Zhou Guiyu gets it back. Jimmy's three, just getting the front side of the rim. Michael Singletary's in the game as Joby is going to be called for the carry. Don't see that one very often. Five minutes to go in the game. Steelers still up. Singletary wants to attack on the catch. On the way. Dzokoi once again in the neighborhood. Can he get it? He connects with his high school classmate and TJ for the rebound. Dzokoi thinking about it, aiming it up, now taking it to the rack. Stop! No! He scores off glass. Little stoppage to dry up the hardwood where kind of have a little bit of a dog pile there, but another look. Dzokoi definitely thought he might settle for the three. Taking it in there and probably could have got a foul too. Fairfield's back in. Floater through for Tanyoway. Finally had a pretty solid game. Joby above first row of seats into the second. Braves basketball based on an amount. Look, Tanyoway crossover. A quick step to the floater. Fairfield through traffic as that one's stuffed at the backboard and easy away with his best play of the game. Now getting into it now is Anthony Bennett strokes it with a three-pointer. Fell on the floor. I want to get another look at that one. Sometimes the easiest offense against that zone is just have one down the middle and two on the wings. Bennett now with 5 points in the second half as Singletary, nice high off the glass. AB feeling it, a second swish. That's put the Steelers 1 point away from the century mark. Hard crash by Shiatomong. He's gonna take inventory before getting up. Numbers for the Steelers, but Joby settles for the three. Can't get it to go as deep pass. Jimmy getting the foul. Tanyoway, but probably could have had the two. A beautiful chest pass by Singletary right in the pocket, but maybe Shiatomong should have avoided that pump fake. Front end after a couple of ricochets. And Shiatomong and Ningmeng Shi minutes. Nice for our producers to get that sound off the rim. Almost lost the handle on it, and the Braves recover defensively. Bennett turns and fires. Might be losing his legs. That one was short. deflected as good hustle by the Steelers. Jerry behind the back, but Fairfield anticipating, gets the steal. This time he clutches and scores number 2. Making up for that last miss, this time no problem. Anthony Bennett and Limosher in an awkward hug as a one-handed jam by Lin Chunwei. In under 2 minutes, we'll have substitutions. A chance to enjoy that one again, as it's kind of turned into a scrimmage. Well, Lin Chunwei has kind of woken up here in the 4th quarter after kind of being banged around throughout the game. 4 points, 2 rebounds, assists, a block and a steal. Of course, the exclamation dunk in transition earlier. There's see Fairfield definitely prefers to clutch and lay it up on the right side, but won't mind there as you see nice feed by Captain Liu in the air. Lin Chunwei started the game and now has 11 points, 7 rebounds.
Triangle.
The only Steeler of their active roster to not make the floor is Lu Zheyi, who would be with the Steelers for the 3rd season. Back to a 20-point lead for the Steelers as Ayao and Wang Yuxiang in at guard. Fairfield crashed into and he'll swirl in the tray. So much for the substitutions by the Steelers, immediately giving one up. Missed free throw. Fairfield's total at 23. Highest scoring Brave by 12 points. Ojobi, the leader of the game with 37, picked up his dribble. Clever, leaving off, and Lin-Chunwei, excuse me. Again, the reception and the finish. Three-point shooting woes continue for the Braves as TJ misses there. Minute to go. The Steelers have been impressive. Let's see if they can repeat this performance on Monday. Monday, October 9th, where they're taking on the new Taipei Kings at 5 p.m. A little cosmetics on this one as Chen was close with it. That last rebound will be the end of the game as they need to go past half court. funny enough, Roger Shujinza, first one in the handshake line. Cho Da-zong with a preseason victory under his belt. As you see, Olu Joby almost always in high spirits. Reading the Braves on the other side, and Bearfield getting the camera time as we show you the line score there at the bottom. 103-84 is the final. The Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers playing the host out of market, but I'm sure they've definitely inspired some fans here at the harbor city of Keelung. Lin Ziwei did get the start in this game, and last year only played 8 games, 76 minutes played overall. Only 4 for 29 from the field. But perhaps healing up last year and building himself up during the off season might be what it took to get him up to level. The Braves in action again also on Sunday, the 2:30 game against the Taoyuan Puyuan Pilots. There's Coach Cho.
你好，哪一位啊？切姐你好。对，
Saying
赢球
hello
嘛，
to
开
our
心一点。
play-by-play commentator Tai Jingjing on the right, and Zuo Zongkai, the color commentator, on the left.
我想
Asked
对
about
战
the
3年
team's
冠
first
军的3年冠军的球队能赢球
performance
是一
and a
件很开
chance
心
to
的
play
事。
against the 3-time
不过也
champs.
没有什么太过头的开心了。由于这场球呢，只是在透过比赛，体验一下这个最近训练的一些比较好的或不好的，再检验一下，检验一下。再呢，对手也是在调整了，对方也是没有用全力了。那主要透过这场球呢，我们想找到我们跟别人的差距了。我们差距在哪里？我们的竞争能力会摆在哪一个高度？球员的这种有多少的长度跟深度，可以让我再开发下去？这是一个重要的课题了。在未来我们才可以走到更远。 卡贝尔呢，可能适应上还是有一点，还是有一点判断上或适应上，他抓不到的感觉没有很好。其他3个 Goku 跟这个 Fami 跟这个 AB，他们知道我在干什么，所以他们很努力打球。 因为头大的脑子大，对。如果你有吃过猪脑，你大概知道，对，吃脑补脑嘛，也没有啦，刚好啦，刚好就刚好。但是我想找头大的以外，也要找帅一点的，对，帮我们吸引多一点的球迷，对，对，谢谢。OK， 谢谢。
Coach Cho saying that against the 3-time champs, they weren't playing their best, but they wanted to measure themselves and figure out the strengths and weaknesses of their own guys. Bigby Williams, their new signing at center, might need to get used to the program, but the other guys, the other imports know what they want, and also suggesting trying a local delicacy in pig brain. We'll think about that one before wrapping things up from Keelung.
勇敢找一些收藏和找一张和夕阳。
Thank you for joining our broadcast. Be sure to leave a like before you leave and a like on all of our Plus League live streams and videos. The Steelers jump out to the 103-84 victory here in the second game of 6 in the Plus League and Steelers combined preseason festivities here before season 4. The three-point mix end up being the same, but the Steelers way more efficient out there. And led by Femi Olujobi, who really opened things up strong for the Steelers. Coach Cho in the post-game coach interview shared that Big B Williams might need to take a little bit more time to get familiar with what they're doing on the court, but the three other imports between Anthony Bennett, Goku Nitasen, and of course Femi Olujobi are knowledgeable of what the coach wants. Notice, don't forget 30 minutes played by Zhu Wei, who poured in 13 points. Of course, that would be a high. And in the end, 12 Steelers got on the board. Kind of figured that the Steelers saw a lot of Braves 2-3 zone, and they're pretty proficient at breaking it for now. On to tomorrow, where in the afternoon game, the Taoyuan Pilots will play the Hsinchu Jiekou Lioneers at 2:30, and the Formosa Dreamers will play the New Taipei Kings at 5 p.m. The Kings have also seen a lot of change and turnover with their roster. So we look forward to seeing you in the arena, and if not, on the broadcast. So on behalf of Xiao Zuo and Tai Jijing on the Mandarin broadcast, the 6th teams in the league and the league offices, I'm Ryan Chen, and we'll see you in the next one.